serving. Whitney Wallace will serve for Oklahoma. We welcome you to the NCAA tournament. Best time of year for volleyball. And we're underway. And UTEP's just going to have to send it over. Opportunity here for Oklahoma. It's Shelton's first hit, partially blocked. There's UTEP from the right side, blocked as well, and a point. Torrance Lovesey.
And there's the first ever point for UTEP in the NCAA tournament right there.
A lot of milestones coming tonight.
And she's going to serve, be the first to serve as well. Maybe she'll get all the firsts here. Oklahoma looking to tie it up, and does from the right side. It's Geisinger. Geisberger is just 6'7".
That's going to be tough to stop on that right pin.
Oklahoma serve. And now from the other side. And Geisberger again. That's 2 in a row for Kari Geisberger.
I mean, she's just a matchup nightmare. 6'7", the way she can contact the ball, and then she's just got such power behind all of her swings.
Linda Martin with the serve for Oklahoma. UTEP able to dig from the back. Good hit by Almengair, and a block, and Oklahoma unable to get it over, and we are 2-all. Oklahoma's coach is Aaron Mansfield in his second year, but he was at Loyola Marymount before and has done an amazing job taking the Sooner program in 2 years back to the NCAAs.
And that player that we mentioned, Geisberger, he brought her with him in his second season.
Chance here for UTEP, and a tip opportunity. Doug hit over. Shelton winding up and blocks. Shelton again. This time Shelton puts it away like she has 397 times before.
Just relentless, the attack of Shelton, and you could see going inside of the block there as they were out of system.
And Geisberger with the ace. Just her 5th, which is a little surprising.
And what can't she do, Kelsey? I mean, she can hit, she can serve.
I mean, and that's what you need from her, and this is something that's going to be huge against this UTEP offense, is getting them out of system by serving really tough.
And, you know, early on, as we see the dunk by Oklahoma, all the serves have been in. No nervous serves at this point for each team's first opportunity here, at least with this collection for each.
And we've seen a lot of aggressive swings as well, so no nerves really for any of these teams.
Geisberger, another solid serve. And UTEP tries to hit it over, and is locked down. And the point by Oklahoma off the air by UTEP. It's an early 6-2 lead for the Sooners. And there's the first service error of this match. The Miners are led by Ben Wallace. An 8-win improvement in his first season, now in his 6th, takes UTEP to the NCAA tournament.
And look at that team pride with the gold glasses.
I love it.
The pin, everything.
Oklahoma's slide works very well. Hannah Pfiffner.
Getting around with speed, cutting back, right around the block.
And she really had a huge hole in the middle of the block, but chose to go around the outside.
Still went down the line.
And a service error by Shelton.
These are the moments, though, that UTEP will have to take advantage of with these unforced errors from Oklahoma. If you want to stay in this match, you need to capitalize on those.
Juskovic has 42 aces this year. And I think I jinxed everybody by saying we haven't seen any service errors.
And I also think I jinxed it by saying you need to take advantage of the unforced errors of your opponent, but you can't take advantage of it by giving an unforced error back.
Kelly Kimoha, serve for Oklahoma. Opportunity here for UTEP. And winding up and putting that one away for the Miners. Pustahiva.
And what a gorgeous pass by Alyssa Cianez. I mean, again, Coach Wallace spoke so incredibly highly of her, and that's a big part of what's going to keep them in system is a good pass right off of the serve.
And Pustahia going directly at that big Oklahoma block as well.
Nearly found it, landed. Lydia Martin takes care of it for the Sooners. Juskovic nearly had a point there, but Oklahoma is able to take advantage in the middle.
And a beautiful dig on that play by Kimoha to keep that point alive for her team. Just effortless, diving to the ground and getting it right to target.
It's the beauty of volleyball. You see all styles. And a point hit long, or ball hit long by UTEP. Peyton Chamberlain. A mere 857 assists heading into today. And middle kill attempt. Another error by UTEP, and I think Ben Wallace is going to get his team together. It's 11-5 Oklahoma. It's the first match here in the University of Pittsburgh. Aaron Mansfield with the two-year plan to get into the NCAA tournament. 11-17 the first year, and with a tough schedule, a big win over Texas in at 14-10.
And he was very grateful for the players that stuck around with him. He said this is going to be a process, and maybe he didn't even think that it would be as quick of a turnaround as it has been.
And a tip attempt snuffed out by Oklahoma. And great digs by UTEP to keep that point alive off the hit from Gibson. And handball.
That's definitely a carry.
Soccer's tomorrow, Jeff. What do you mean? Just a slight lift.
If only you could do that, like catch it and
what
throw it back.
What a save, too.
That's Juskovic there on the back line.
I love that, when you can turn that shoulder back in to get that ball back in play.
Leah Kohler serving for UTEP at 11-6 Oklahoma. Geisberger blocked point for UTEP.
Kaya Weaver.
Seems like impossible for someone to say that they're going to block Kari Geisberger at 6'7".
But clearly possible
to
do
it.
And a free ball here for UTEP. And off the hands, the kill from Torrance Lovesey. That's two for Lovesey. Check out this block.
Great setup there. And what's nice, though, about that, and what makes it so much easier to set up, is when the pass isn't to target, you kind of know where that ball's going. They're just going to be throwing it up to one of the pins.
And a kill right side by Lydia Martin.
But when the pass is on target, that's exactly where you're going to see beautiful, efficient offense from the Sooners.
Yeah, the difference passing can make is so vast. It can change your offense so greatly. Do you have all of your hitters available? Do you only have one of your hitters available?
Do you only have your back row hitters available? Pass so important.
12-8 Oklahoma. And good recognition and dig from Oklahoma by Kimoha. Tip over, and Kimoha again, but just kind of fell into no man's land. Point for UTEP.
For UTEP. Serving for the Miners, Torrance.
Great defense on both sides of the court, but check out Callie Kimaha just everywhere early on in this match so far.
Back set, well executed by Oklahoma, and the kill by Geisberger.
That was a gorgeous set by Peyton Chamberlain, and Coach Mansfield talks so highly, saying that she is the best, that's a great look, the best setter that he has ever coached, and really kind of dove into the cerebral side of the game for this season.
Oklahoma another opportunity, and that one's long. Point to UTEP. Early on, Miners hitting just 118 to 250 for Oklahoma in the 3-point lead. Kayla Weaver, a service error.
Serving error by UTEP point Oklahoma. Serving for the Sooners.
Again, those things that you have to clean up if you're UTEP. You brought yourself back to within 3, but then you can't just hand a point back over.
Oklahoma slide. And that one's blocked down by Shelton off the UTEP hit.
And Kelsey, I could hear the UTEP players saying line, 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 but there was no chance of the line being open on this play.
And something that's super unique that you're seeing right there is that triple block that Oklahoma will put up. You see it a lot on serve receive against the opposing team's outside attack, really physically imposing. And something like, Amanda, you don't see that a lot in the women's game at this level.
Jasmine Ellison in for Geisberger.
And mentioning that Oklahoma blocked, they're 9th in the country in blocks per set at almost 3, sitting at 2.8 blocks per set.
The junior from Aledo, Texas, Maddie Gantz. And an ace for UTEP. Her 28th of the season.
I feel like both sides probably want to clean up their passing a little bit.
Passing and serving, 2 of the biggest trouble spots that we've had early on in this match so far.
Probably 2 of the most important parts of this game.
And nearly over and sent over. Tep's going to try right side, good dig. And Shelton with the left hand to keep that alive. And from the back, the kill by Torrance Lovesey. Are the errors you both are talking about nerves playing into those errors?
I mean, I think some of them might be nerves, but I think with the serving, it's tricky because with the serving, you're playing that risk. We want to serve really tough. We want to get the other team out of system. That's going to come with some errors, no matter what.
You think where Pitt normally plays its home matches, that would have been a wall potentially.
Thank goodness it wasn't.
Yes. Here at the Peterson Event Center, the University of Pittsburgh, a 2-point first set between UTEP and Oklahoma. And a kill in the middle by Danica Washington. And it's 1-point deficit. And now Oklahoma's going to get a timeout. So what has, Amanda, I'll start with you. What has UTEP done to get itself to within a point here?
Well, really, they've stopped shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, we saw early on a few times where Oklahoma would have an unforced error where they would serve the ball out of bounds or hit the ball out of bounds, and UTEP wasn't really helping themselves. They would come back with an error, but now we've seen them be able to capitalize on those unforced errors of Oklahoma and really take advantage and get themselves back in this match.
And I think some of the stuff that you're seeing on the screen is what they want to see. This is how they want to work. Like you said, you have almost 2.5 aces per set. You're going to come with some risk. And I mean, I think Coach Wallace actually said to us, if we're 1-to-1 on aces and errors, he likes that. And he feels like that can put their team in a position to compete.
They play with a nasty aggression is how he described his team. And that's a fun team to watch. And I think you could maybe get rid of some of the nerves because you just go for it.
And he also said that we want to punish you. That was another term. So nasty aggression and punishing volleyball. I mean, that is what we didn't see early on, but now that we've gotten into the latter half of this first set, that is what we are seeing against this Oklahoma team that has had a very tough schedule throughout the season. When you look at it, they're 8-8, but it's in the SEC. So you're playing teams like Kentucky and Florida and all those teams that are in the NCAA tournament right now.
Torrance Lovesey has 3 kills. She averages 2.5 per set. So Lovesey stepping up early here in this first set. 15-14 Oklahoma. Sooners communicating to Shelton is blocked. He'll try Shelton again. You got to think if you give her more than one opportunity, she's going to put it away.
She is so incredibly athletic. The way she moves, her ability to transition, even after she goes and, sets up a triple block, getting back outside to hit. I believe she was an All-American in both the triple jump and hurdles in high school. So she is an athlete.
Sydney Thompson, junior from Tulsa, to serve now for Oklahoma. Right side hit. Oh, great save attempt, and Oklahoma's going to keep that point alive. But only keep it alive for Juskovic to be able to put it away.
Just when you thought the ball was down, Oklahoma keeps it alive. But when you get yourself out of system like that, it's so hard to get back in as quickly as UTEP was able to run their offense.
Kimo Howard, again, she's been all over the court early on for the Sooners. 1 point Oklahoma lead. UTEP serve, nearly an ace, and that's off the top of the scoreboard, but still in play. And a middle kill, great pass, and the kill by Danica Washington.
And this is what happens when you're throwing over free balls. You're allowing this UTEP offense to run as smoothly as it possibly can. They can run fast, tempo, in system, have every hitter available to them. And then Oklahoma's, like you said, now you're in a really hard position to play defense.
Junior from Serbia with the serve, and kill is blocked back. Danica Washington in on the block.
Welcome to the NCAA tournament, Danica Washington. Wow. Look how high she got up on that.
In beautiful form. I mean, they're up, they're sealing the tape, and then this is, you get to celebrate after, which is the best part.
17-16 Miners. Oklahoma looking to get something going, and a kill. Pretty emphatic kill by Camille Gibson. Just a freshman. Spent her first season at Tennessee in a redshirt freshman year here with the Sooners. And what more do you want? It's 17 all first set. And just wide off the serve. UTEP back in the lead. And here's Madison Hill again. Just watch this. And an ace. Kelsey, how difficult is it at 5'6" to make that type of serve?
It is exponentially harder the shorter you are to have this type of a serve and this type of force behind the serve. You see it from Olivia Babcock where, she's 6'5". For her, that serve is easy, but for someone at this height, it is incredibly more difficult.
But just as effective. There's the tip. It perfectly placed.
And so smart by Juskovic, or Pustahia, sorry, because we've seen a lot of the power of UTEP, but we haven't seen a lot of the slow touches, and that's exactly the perfect mix-up to be able to put in at this time.
Well, you see the emotion on the Miners bench.
And that's exactly what you want. You want to keep them back on their heels with speed, and then look, then you get to throw over that changeup, and all of them are about a half-second late because of that.
But also only that double block for Oklahoma, which we talked about earlier. They're known for that triple block, so only able to get that double block up. So really, I feel like UTEP has been able to keep Oklahoma a little bit on their heels, and it all is due to the pressure from the service line.
All right, Kelsey, we are at a different elevation here for UTEP. They're used to playing in the mountains. Pittsburghers like to think they're in the mountains, but about 1,200 feet above sea level, which is more than sea level, but it does affect the way they're able to serve, and we've seen it on the last couple of points.
Yes, and look at the difference it makes. I mean, 2.1 to 2.7 is a huge jump when you're talking about a stat like aces. And that's what's so crazy is when you are, you know, I mean, and Coach Wallace talked about it. He was like, hey, I'm excited to be down at sea level where we can really let it rip from behind the service line, and he feels like that can be an advantage to them in this tournament here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And they really would be leading all of the NCAA if they were able to play at or below sea level, because you saw St. Francis in Pennsylvania leading Division I with 2.6, but they are at 2.7 at that sea level mark.
But here's Madison Hill, the El Paso native, helping lead UTEP into a first NCAA tournament and killing it with their serve. A little long on that one. It is a risk-reward serve, but a couple of really good serves to give UTEP a 3-0 run.
But also a really good timeout from Aaron Mansfield. He saw what was happening. He needed his team to collect their thoughts and to regroup, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Senior Peyton Chamberlain. And a perfectly placed hit by UTEP. Pustahia.
That's a high IQ play right there. Not worrying about, you know, bringing a ton of heat or velocity behind it, but understanding that location matters too. And look at where her whole body was facing the scorer's table, but she turned that thumb down, cut it back to get it to that corner. And look at them hyping each other up too.
It's like she willed it to be there. Geisberger gets the point for Oklahoma. For as much as it's been UTEP rolling here, Oklahoma's very much still in this first set.
And a big moment for the rotation to come around for Geisberger to be in the front row. Oklahoma has to take advantage if they want to stay in this first set.
True freshman Whitney Wallace. Both parents were college volleyball players. And just a little long.
And that's the exact opposite of what you just said. You really, if you're Whitney Wallace, you want to make that serve because look who you have up front with you. You have Geisberger, I mean, you have Sheldon, and you have Martin, who might be your three best hitters.
And it's almost a waste of a rotation because now you just served that out and you didn't have any chance to run your offense with those players in that opportunity.
That one received a little too long, a little miscommunication by Oklahoma, and 2 points from the set is UTEP.
You've seen that a couple times too, that little bit of miscommunication, you know, girls starting and stopping, not going after the ball.
Aaron Mansfield. And again, opportunity here for the Miners. Middle kill put down by Kayla Weaver, and we are at set point.
That speed they get that ball out there with, and that's what they want to do. They do not want high sets. They want those balls low and quick to the middles where Kaya Weaver can work.
And a near ace. Good dig by Oklahoma. And a block to end the first set against Geisberger.
UTEP, you would never know that this is the first time that UTEP has been in the NCAA tournament with that performance.
Well, they started rolling. Oklahoma led early in this first set. And then UTEP with some good serving, good blocking, a couple of strategic kills. We head to set number 2. UTEP won the first, 25-19. Interesting, Kari Geisberger for Oklahoma is kind of walking around and dancing and almost trying to loosen up the Oklahoma team, like, hey, let's have some fun, let's get this going. And maybe they were a little tense in that first set.
Yeah, and Coach Mansfield said that's her. That is Geisberger. She is one of those kind of glue guys, glue girls, if you will, where she's always smiling. She was a huge part of kind of turning around their culture in, you know, their short 1 year together here.
Sophomore Kalia Kohler to serve, and set number 2 is underway here in Pittsburgh. And Shelton is set up, hit it just a bit long, and the Miners get the first point. Geisberger with 4 to lead Oklahoma. Pustahia with 4 for UTEP. And again, a little bit off are the Sooners. It's 2-0 UTEP.
And when we talked to head coach Mansfield, he told us that it's a little bit different, but this is a team that when they're clicking on all cylinders, they're going to be having fun, and that's not what we're seeing right now.
Shelton in. Well, if you want somebody to kind of get you going, Shelton would be a good option.
It's 100% Alexis Shelton that you want to see. I mean, she's had an incredible year. I mean, she had 27 kills in that 5-setter at Texas. She's the one who I think they're going to be leaning on here.
And that is 400 for the season for Shelton. And a near ace. Looks like UTEP's going to be able to save it. 2-1 early, Shelton long.
But when you look at what Alexis Shelton has done on her season, she has over 1,000 attack attempts, and her next closest teammate has just over 500. So they go to her often, but she hasn't been able to have the success, and you have to credit the UTEP defense.
Really good first set by Lovesey, and she serves here, and a kill in the middle. Well executed there by Oklahoma. Hannah Pfiffner, the 6'1" sophomore, just a 54th kill of the season. Serving for Oklahoma, Sydney Thompson. And middle kill, well executed by UTEP and Kyla Weaver.
I love her ability to get in there quick, really fast tempo. They were actually up too early on that block. They were on their way down when she was hitting that.
Shelton. But wide.
Wow. But wide, but wow.
And you saw the vertical there from Shelton.
That athleticism is insane.
Just, again, like little inch details have hurt Oklahoma so far. And the slide is put away well by Hannah Pfiffner.
And maybe that's the key to unlock this Oklahoma defense. Get a few middle attackers to be able to have some efficiency, because then that's where you can spread out your offense from.
Yeah, and you know Peyton Chamberlain has to be thanking them for getting some of those passes right up on her head.
That is the 6th service error by Oklahoma here.
That doesn't help you.
Maddie Gantz for UTEP. 6-3 lead, winning the first set 25-19. And an ace by Gantz. Three aces for UTEP. And that one's blocked down by Juskovic.
And she was solo over there, right?
I was just
She
gonna say,
lined that up by herself?
Block.
I don't need anyone else?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. I had to look at you because I wasn't sure.
And this time a tip attempt by Oklahoma. Trying to time up Pustahia. And now from that side, and Oklahoma able to keep it alive, but just send it over. And the middle set, just little mis-execution between them for the Miners, and Oklahoma gets a free point, and it's 8-4.
But you know, it almost looked like that point was going to work out. Maddie Gant setting the ball over the net and almost was able to get it to land on the Oklahoma side. That would have been something else.
Kimoha, serve for Oklahoma, and set just a little low, and it's 8-5.
And I think that was her trying to make up for that last set. You might have overshot it a little bit last time. Now I'm going to undershoot it. But that's the thing. This game is like you want to change that set by centimeters. It's not a lot in those changes if it's too high or too low to the middle.
And Oklahoma's on a bit of a run here to cut the lead to 2. Leah Martin. So here comes Oklahoma fighting back after an early, relatively big lead for UTEP of 8-3. Shelton gets on the floor to save that. An error by Oklahoma, and it's 9-6.
Not the best setter to middle connection so far on either side. You've seen a little bit of mishits, kind of going up too big, overshooting them or shooting them, you know, where it's not even going over the tape. They don't really have much of a shot if that set isn't set above the top of the tape of the net.
9-6. Oklahoma. Even that wasn't exactly what you wanted. Sooners set that up well, but a block by UTEP. You see the emotion from the Miners.
Just so impressive from this UTEP team. You see, able to get over there for the double block, so we were able to close, and check out the excitement from her teammates in the back.
Donica Washington. And that one is wide off the hit attempt by Gibson. And now UTEP is building back that lead, and Oklahoma is going to take an early timeout here in set number 2. UTEP hitting 3:03 for the match and leading by a set and up. We see Oklahoma breaking the huddle. Amanda, what do they need to do to get into a rhythm?
They need to pass better, absolutely. But on the other side, you have to credit the UTEP defense. You can see what they're doing to the Oklahoma offense, hitting at a negative 143 clip right now is Oklahoma. And it's a lot about the unforced errors, but also what the block up front has been able to do for UTEP.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. It starts with the pass, and then once you pass, you really got to take advantage of when you are in system and make sure you're putting those balls away.
Emma Juskovic, a 5-point Miners lead. And an error by UTEP. And Camille Gibson ends up with the kill, and the Sooners get the serve.
And I'm not quite sure if Camille Gibson intended to hit the ball in the way that she did, but somehow it worked.
And it was also a great pass by Sydney Thompson.
All the way from the back. Emma Juskovic.
And I love the offense that Maddie Gant is running right now. We haven't really seen a lot of those back row taps from UTEP, so why not throw one in as the Oklahoma defense is getting more familiar with what you're doing?
Madison Hill just a little strong.
Yeah, and to your point, you know, you're running that 6-2. Why not use your back row hitters? You have Emma Juskovic and you have Torrance Lovesey. Both play 6 rotations, so they're going to be, at least one of them will be back there at all times. You know, take advantage.
Now to Whitney Wallace. Now it's UTEP scrambling a bit. And a long hit by the Miners. And Oklahoma, much needed service point. Oklahoma's hitting 067 here in this set, but only down 3. And blocked right back. UTEP's going to have to send it over. Chance here for the Sooners. And a middle tip. Great dig by Lovesey. And a kill in the middle for Kyla Weaver.
That's a way to look alive and always be ready at the net if you're Kyla Weaver. Even when your team, you know, you're there for coverage, you're always on alert, always engaging in the play. You're not just watching when that ball isn't coming to you, you're always participating.
Now Oklahoma had another good block against Geisberger. Shelton's gonna rise up, she's blocked. And unable to grab that hit, and an error for Oklahoma, and UTEP up 14-9.
And a UTEP team that you're used to seeing have efficient offense has really been truly impressive on the defensive side of the ball.
And a middle kill for Oklahoma, trying to get something going. Lydia Martin, second team All-SEC, and now she'll serve.
Martin serves for the Sooners.
Transfer from Liberty. Lovesey from the right side.
Gorgeous pass by Emma Juskokovic. That's what starts that play, is really getting a nice fast tempo pass right on Kalia Kohler's head. She barely has to move. All she's doing is resetting her feet there and able to feed a fastball.
And going up against that single block,
Exactly.
so big ask on that outside.
Oh, big kill by Pfiffner. We've seen a few from that, from Hannah Pfiffner. She only had 52 coming in, but has played big here in the NCAA tournament so far. Thompson in to serve for Oklahoma. Down 4 here in the second set, down a set. Shelton.
Kill for Oklahoma.
Starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm here. The middles are both hitting well, which starts with the pass, keeping them involved. Then all of a sudden, Alexis Shelton and the other pins are going to have an easier time creating offense.
But still crazy. That's only the 4th kill in this match for Alexis Shelton.
And quickly in the middle, Kyla Weaver. And what we've seen from UTEP is just when you think Oklahoma gets momentum, UTEP makes a play. We're going to see Weaver come out, sub out. Liana Lejera. And the slide just a little off bounce, but works.
As long as it hits the floor, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get it there, it all counts the same. And both of these Oklahoma middles hitting really, really efficiently. Over 700 for both of them. I'm thinking if you get the pass, I'm feeding them the ball every time.
You had Pfiffner leading all with 6 kills.
Not me.
And that's the advantage of the slide that you see there, is because it's more like a basketball layup, so you have more time to be able to make adjustments, which is what we saw there with Pfiffner having to do.
Ireland McNeese serving for Oklahoma. And again, Lovesey from the back, block back. And Oklahoma within 2.
And was that Pfiffner again on a big play for this Oklahoma team?
McNeese, sophomore from Utah, another good serve. And middle kill, blocked out of bounds. Point for Danica Washington.
Honestly, this is a middle party today. All of the middles are playing extremely well, hitting at an efficient clip, taking advantage of their touches. They're never going to get as many touches as the outside hitters or even a lot of the right sides, but you have to take advantage when you're getting those sets.
Good dig by Lovesey. And great save by Oklahoma. Thompson. Quick decision. Oklahoma hits it just a little long off the arm of Camille Gibson. But it does seem like Oklahoma's playing better.
In this set, I would say absolutely. It's just they're still not getting into that full rhythm. It just keeps getting broken up by mishits or serves or any other unforced errors.
And avoiding the camera to keep that point alive. Now UTEP try to kill from the right side, and long off the hit by Lovesey. Kimo out to serve. Over 1,600 career digs. Good serve there. UTEP block. Get another opportunity. Again, right side. Great save by Thompson. And middle kill. That Danica Washington it is.
But Sydney Thompson has been playing some impressive defense on the side of Oklahoma. If they would just be able to get the point after her great defense, but beautiful cut shot there by UTEP, and then the finish in the middle from Washington.
Emma Juskovic. And getting it right back is Oklahoma, Lydia Martin.
And then Sydney Thompson with the pass there. She's coming in and she's really playing well and really contributing to this team having the second set that they are right now. Her and Kimo are both kind of leading this charge from the back row.
Peyton Chamberlain to serve. Down 3 are the Sooners. Oklahoma able to save. Well played by the Sooners' Lydia Martin. Lovesey is blocked, but on Oklahoma side. We have the greatest seat, and it's sometimes the worst seat. Because there are times you get
ball
blocked
falls
by
down right at the net, absolutely.
So Madison Hill at 20-16. Just long. It dove late, but just a little bit past the back line.
This is a big moment for Oklahoma, though. So UTEP misses the serve. You find yourself down 3. UTEP is only 5 points away from taking the second set. So if you are going to step on the gas, this is when you need to do it.
UTEP. There's a chance for Shelton.
And that's what you want to see. Like you said, this is where you want to take advantage. This is the group you want to do it with.
And you also have the advantage. So right now, we just saw Peyton Chamberlain serve. So that means she's in the back row. So this Oklahoma offense runs a 5-1 system. So they have 3 hitters in the front. So here, there's 3 hitters that could run any type of ball. So that's why the block in the middle is a little bit late. So on the other side with UTEP, they run that 6-2 offense, which means that their setter is always in the back row. So they always have 3 hitters in the front.
Aaron Mansfield was saying that at times, even he says that Alexis Shelton looks effortless, and it does at times. Like, there are things that she does that are not that easy.
Yeah, and it's so graceful. And then, you know, when she's one of the 5 hitters in that 5-1, what allows that to happen is you're going to see Alexis Shelton running all 6 rotations so she can be available in the back row. But then there's going to be 3 rotations where, like you said, Peyton Chamberlain's going to be up front and can be an attacker herself. She will be blocking. She will be, you know, setting from the front row. Whereas on the other side, you will never see a setter step foot in that front row. Always going to be 3 hitters at all times.
5 kills for Alexis Shelton, the junior from Charlotte. So she has another year at Oklahoma. This is now back-to-back seasons of 400 kills for Shelton.
But you see, she averages over 4 kills per set, and she only has 5 total today. But she also has had 5 errors as well. So she's evening out. We saw one of them, which was an incredible shot down the line that was very impressive. But she also needs to kind of pick up her pace and figure out, how can I get the ball down on the court? However it happens, I need to do that.
So Miners, after the timeout, up 2, and a service error for Oklahoma.
Another service error that I would credit to the coach. Get a timeout, you ice the server. You know, that's kind of a coach's point right there.
And now 7 service errors for Oklahoma.
Kohler to serve. And missed time on the set / attack from Shelton. It's 22-18. And Oklahoma's going to call a timeout here really quick.
And that's not something you see often from Peyton Chamberlain. She, this season, recently reached a milestone of 3,000 assists in her career. And a lot of miscommunications with this offense. And you wonder, like you've talked about a couple of times, Jeff, is it nerves? What could it be? Because none of these players have been in the NCAA tournament. The last time Oklahoma was here, it was 2019.
Yeah, even the veteran players still haven't played in this type of a match in this environment. And I think what's weird too is I feel like they're not on the same page about what is our tempo. Are we running a high ball? Are we running a low ball? You got to get on the same page. But you would have thought coming into this match that playing in a neutral site would benefit this Oklahoma Sooners team because they've had a better record on the road and on a neutral site than they have at home this season.
And they have been so good on the road this year. Including in those road wins is a win at Texas, which there's not a lot of teams that have that on their resume over the last decade.
And that was a great match. And again, who led the team that game? It was Alexis Shelton, had 27 kills. You know, I think she really is one of those players who they lean on. They need her to have a good game. They kind of go as she goes. And then I think Geisberger and the middles kind of follow through second.
But today, who's leading Oklahoma in kills? They got a 5th.
Yeah, who would have thought?
So it's not a bad thing, but you need to see more contributions from Alexis Shelton because that truly is where the Oklahoma offense runs through.
So Kohler to serve and not iced by the timeout. Shelton, that's a little long, but she's able to direct it, put it in the right direction from the back, and a kill by UTEP. It's Emma Juskovic.
And against that triple block of Oklahoma, 3 blockers, 6 hands in front of Juskovic, and she still puts it down.
Now 2 points from taking a 2-0 lead. And middle kill, just what Oklahoma needed. Lydia Martin, the 6'3" grad student in the middle.
I love how well their middles are playing, but to me, I don't want to see my middles as my top hitters because to me that is a huge red flag of why are my pins not scoring as much? Why are we having trouble scoring when we're out of system? Because at the end of the day, your pins are always going to get more sets than your middles.
Leah Wilton-LeBoy. And an ace. Just her 5th of the season. Well timed.
And Wilton-LeBoy, a transfer coming in from Utah State for this Oklahoma team.
Great movement on that ball.
Another good one. And all the way to the top to put that away is Landry Brazil. Just a freshman. Now Lovesey to serve for the 2nd set. And Oklahoma's still alive. Thompson to come in and serve for the Sooners. Thompson's made some nice digs, kept some rallies alive. Can she put a service run together? This is Shelton. And now it's 24-22.
And that's what you have to do. If you're going to get UTEP out of system and they're going to send an overpass, you absolutely cannot let them bring the ball back over to your side.
UTEP trying to put it away, and does. Landry Brazil with 2 huge points late in the second set. And UTEP leads 2-0.
They've just been the better team here today so far, plain and simple. So that's what we're going to see, and we'll have to see what Oklahoma is able to do coming back here in the third.
UTEP hits 3.
More physical than Oklahoma, who really has a lot of size up front, but they've done a really good job of, again, just playing efficiently. When you can get Oklahoma out of system and they only have 1 hitter available, okay, let's all go set up on Shelton and let's make our defense's job nice and easy.
Oklahoma, we've seen spurts of it, just not enough consistency. Can they start putting it together here in the third? Obviously a must-win set for the Sooners, and the serve from Whitney Wallace. Right in the middle, great dig by Oklahoma. Again, right side, blocked by Geisberger.
And maybe some defense can spark this Oklahoma offense. Geisberger was pretty much non-existent in that second set, so they need her to get going, and maybe a big block can do that.
This time, Lovesey. Hitting the line judge does not count as in.
This is not like the NFL where if you hit a referee when he's in play, just play on, continue on.
We did see recently where a line judge got hit in the face, broke glasses.
Yes, that was a crazy sight. We had to have one of the staffers in the gym come and play. But again, another unforced error from Oklahoma. You start off playing well, and then you shoot yourself in the foot.
It's hard to get a run that way, you know, and that's really, this game has so much momentum to it. You really want to be able to keep one of your servers back there for an extended amount of time.
Torrance Lovesey has had a good first couple of sets. She's serving for the Miners. And nice dig by Wallace to keep that alive. Oklahoma, Shelton with the tap that time, and a chance here for the Sooners. Lexus Shelton puts it away.
Geez, when that pass came over, I just thought it was an automatic point for UTEP. Normally, that was a great up by Whitney Wallace, and then you see Sheldon able to finish that point out.
I think that dig could make up for the missed serve. In the eyes of Erin Mansfield, you're obviously upset she misses a serve, but then on an overpass, when the ball gets cranked right at you and you're able to get that ball up, all right, wash.
And middle kill. That was aggressive.
Oh my goodness.
Makayla Weaver.
Oh my goodness.
Kaya Weaver.
Straight down. That was inside the 10-foot line. Oh, it was right out. That was maybe 12. That was maybe 11, 12. Wow. That's impressive.
And nice save in the middle by Chamberlain. And the point is in.
UTEP's utilizing the corners, really doing a good job. It's not always about hitting it as hard as you can, but just kind of finding that right spot. Oh, and then Kaya Weaver said, hey, I am the defensive player of the year, and I know you think that that's blocking, but I can dig too.
I can pass. But that's the risk reward that we see with the Miners serving. And Coach Ben Wallace is okay with it. So you're going to see the aggression like we've seen with a lot of his players, and they're going to miss some of their serves. But if you can get the aces compared to the errors, then that's what he wants.
And Sydney Thompson with an error. Back-to-back errors. UTEP to serve. We are 4-4 here in the third set. UTEP won the first two. Maddie Gant to serve. And an ace for Maddie Gant.
And this is a really hard spot for the Oklahoma team to be on because they have Peyton Chamberlain in that 4 zone, meaning she's going to have to run the whole way across the front of the net to get to her X and get to where she should be to set.
Third ace for Gant. And trying to put it away in the middle, but blocked. Danica Washington. Gant at 6-4. Alexis Shelton is able to put that away. For Shelton, her 8th kill. Every single match this year, she's been in double figures.
And she will need to get there if Oklahoma is going to be able to come back in this match and go well above that.
Again in the middle. That's Washington. Washington with 5 kills. The balance. Lovesey with 6. Weaver with 5. Washington with 5. Brazil with 4.
And she really only came in the second set. To me, if you're a coach, that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see those kills being spread out everywhere, because then you don't have to rely on one girl. You don't have to think, oh, if she doesn't have a good game, we might not have a good game. You now have an offense that can run through anybody.
Again, Washington at the net. 4 blocks. Good save back, and that hit wide by Lovesey. Now we'll see Lydia Martin back in.
And a great offensive set from the Miners, and a great set from Maddie Gant, just not able to get that swing in.
Step from the back, and putting it away is Emma Jukovic.
And I have no clue how Juskovic just got that ball over the net, because she was on her way down as she was hitting that.
Nice first ball, too. Again, just staying comfortable, staying in system.
That ball just seemed to hang up in the air, and the Oklahoma block just kept coming down.
This time putting it away is Camille Gibson, the 6'1" freshman. And it's 9-7.
But that was big for Oklahoma to get Madison Hill off the service line after just 1 serve. If you're going to take advantage, you need to do it in those type of moments.
Chamberlain with 23 assists on the serve. And able to put that away is Gibson. After a little drama at the net, and it's 9-8. Oklahoma getting right back in this 3rd set.
Back-to-back kills for Gibson. Somebody's got to get on a roll here.
And an ace for Chamberlain, and we're tied at 9.
Amanda, I love that in an era of jump serves, whether it's a jump float, whether it's a jump topspin, look how calm, just on the ground, 1 step, toss step drive, nice hard ball over. It doesn't have to be fancy.
And ending that run is Pustahiva.
And I was just going to say the same thing about her serve. You see almost everyone jump, but she's just back there just doing her thing. I take 1 step, I hit the ball, it goes over, and I get an ace.
Oh, it's a simple game then.
Exactly, yeah, that's it, that's all.
Kohler to serve at 10-9. And in the middle is Martin, Lydia Martin, her 6th kill.
Perfect pass that allows you to run the middle, and then puts a lot of the pressure then on the UTEP defense.
Martin, one of 6 active players with 1,000 kills and 500 blocks. Whitney Wallace now for the Sooners. And great dig by Wallace to keep that alive. And a point off the air The attack error by Geisberger.
Man, that was such a pretty set by
Side set.
Chamberlain.
Oh, gorgeous.
Oh, that's one of those plays where you look at your teammate like, oh, I just sent you a beautiful ball. Put it in the court.
And Lovesey with the service error. 11-all here in the third set in Pittsburgh. It's the first of 2 matches today. Pitt against Morehead State will come at 7 o'clock, or if this one goes long, 30 minutes after this one. And again, a middle kill. Weaver. There's another 6 kills for Weaver.
And Jeff, what's interesting on the defensive side for Oklahoma, we now have Kelly Jo Burgess in the front row instead of Hannah Pfiffner, who coming out of for the first 2 sets was leading them offensively and had some great blocks as well.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty confused on that one.
Shelton puts that one away.
Not confused with how powerful Alexis Shelton can hit the ball, though.
Not at all.
Perfect angle. The
Yeah.
great ones hang in the air.
Yeah, and just, oh, nice and easy. Turn that thumb down. Nice little cut shot. And she missed on some of those early on. I really feel like that was probably more just out of character. They weren't big misses. They weren't super far out of bounds, just missing by a couple inches here and there.
And a tip. Redwell. Shelton is blocked. Danica Washington.
I mean, Danica Washington didn't even address Burgess. She immediately was like, I think this ball is going to Shelton, and she jumped it, and she was able to get out there in time.
But also a great job of Landry Brazil on the outside to set up that block for her middle to come over.
Served by Gant. Shelton. I think they found something there. 10 kills for Shelton, and she'll serve.
But it all starts with what we've talked about all match. Can Oklahoma get a good first pass? Because that's exactly what we saw there. So then Chamberlain was able to get the quick outside setup, which doesn't let the Utah block set up.
Exactly.
Good save by Gant. But a chance here for Oklahoma to take the lead. And an error by UTEP, and Oklahoma now in front, 14-13.
And with a right-handed player, you see a lot of that zone 4 to zone 4 shots. Juskovic likes that 2-to-2 shot, which is really hard to do as a right-handed hitter, but she's really good at cutting that ball inside.
Yeah. And a tip was sent right back down by Oklahoma. Camille Gibson with the point. It's Oklahoma in a must-win set, up 15-13 here in the third. We have gone back and forth here in the third. Oklahoma currently leading by 2. See the 7 ties, 2 lead changes. We saw a lot of this in the first set. Second set, UTEP really regained control that whole set. Oklahoma trying to build on that lead with an ace from Shelton.
Nice serve, nice flat ball. And again, this is what you need. You need to get this UTEP serve receive uncomfortable so that their offense cannot run as smoothly as it has been.
15th ace of the season for Shelton. And winding up and hitting it through the block is Juskovic.
But Oklahoma just never really able to get past that point of leading by just a few points. And so they have the lead now, but can you side out quickly and try to build upon your lead?
Chamberlain with a nice set over onto the right side for Camille Gibson.
And again, another ball that was set with pace because it was a perfect pass by Sydney Thompson. That's how you're going to be able to run a nice, efficient offense.
So Oklahoma was indeed able to get the side out and get it back. Kimoha. And in the middle, Danica6 kills for Washington.
And on the other side, that's the type of offense that you can expect from UTEP when they get a good first pass. And now that puts Hill at the service line, one of the best servers that you'll see.
I mean, she hits 388, which is good. She's hitting 1,000. That's better. There's a little miscommunication. We haven't seen that often from UTEP. And the block and point for the Miners. Bustahia able to get a hand on that.
Able to line it up one-on-one. Again, they're doing a very good job of finding these Oklahoma Sooners hitters, even with only one block up.
Is that scouting instinct? Where does that?
It's a little bit of both, but if you don't have a great pass, it makes it a little easier to anticipate. And then you're just trying to kind of find that hitter's hitting arm and try to line it up.
Oh, right in the middle to Martin. Martin puts it away. Oklahoma's lead back to 2.
Lydia Martin has done a tremendous job all year for this Sooners team. And look at this, 1,000 kills and 500 blocks. I mean, what a stat line.
And one of just 6 players in all of Division I volleyball to be able to do that. And how about there? Another ace from the flat-footed server, Peyton Chamberlain.
See, guys, you don't need to be fancy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be fancy.
The name of the game is put the ball over the net and make UTEP work.
Yeah. And I mean, that one, you know, you get a nice lucky roll. Everyone's got to love that. You know, whoever side that falls on, you're just feeling a little lucky. Oh my gosh, you got the dab at the end.
Why not? I mean, if you get the ace, you get your team a 3-point lead, which I don't really know how many times Oklahoma's had a 3-point lead.
And especially in this position. They led early in the first set, but then UTEP kind of took control. But this is the first time they've been in this position where they're 6 points from the set. And if they get this one, obviously momentum can shift. And Oklahoma is right back in this.
Yeah, and don't you, Amanda, really want to see one of these Oklahoma servers be back there for a period of time, be back there for 5, 6 points? In some point in a match, you need to have a run on your own side.
And you have to take advantage of it whenever you have the right players in the front row as well. So right now, you have Kari Geisberger in the front. So you need Peyton Chamberlain to go on a service run so that you can keep Kari Geisberger in the front row. She's 6'7".
And it's been the defense from Oklahoma that's kind of impacted this third set.
They've started to pass the ball better, which is what we've said all match long, because they run that 5-1 system again. So that means that Peyton Chamberlain is running all over the court to find that second ball. And if you make it harder for her, then that makes it easier for the UTEP defense, and that's what we've seen.
The senior from Roanoke, Texas. She do it again. Well, it's as effective as an ace. The overhit, and Martin puts it away, and now Oklahoma's up 4, 5 points away from this third set.
Net, yep.
Net violation on UTEP.
Maddie Gannon did everything that she could to keep herself out of the net. She also went under the net, too. But when that ball, it's a good pass, but just it's a bit too tight.
So, and two, with that 6-2, that's hard to do that when you have a setter that's back row.
Now a tip sent right back by Oklahoma. Good strategic move, but a save and a kill from Oklahoma. A run of now 5-0 for the Sooners.
And that point belongs solely to Callie Kimaha, as she somehow one-handed in the middle of the court was able to keep that point alive.
Now Oklahoma staring at a third set win. And left-handed tip attempt. Kimaha. And hit just a little long, but a great run from Oklahoma. 5-0 scoring run. And UTEP in a hole here in the third. Leah Kohler. Shelton with 10 kills, 8 for Martin. Geisberger hits it long.
UTEP crawling back.
Neither team hitting particularly well in this third set. Another good serve, but Lydia Martin able to put it away.
We've seen some really highly influential middles in this match. Middles who, when they're getting the ball and getting kills, they're making a huge impact for the swings of their team.
And UTEP somehow able to get that over. But a chance here, and putting it away is Geisberger, and it is set point for the Sooners.
And that's someone who you needed to, if you were Oklahoma, to pick up their play going into this third set. As like we talked about, she was really non-existent in the second.
And keeping it alive, at least for the moment, is Kyla Weaver. So Lovesey will serve, but a nice cushion still for Oklahoma, 24-19. And Alexis Shelton puts away the third set. Oklahoma comes storming back and stays alive here in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
They needed this one big. I mean, of course it was a must win, but they also needed just to get some momentum, get comfortable again, and get back to where they're feeling like they can be powerful.
And now set 4, can UTEP pull it off?
25-19, Oklahoma wins set number 3. It's still alive. We head to the 4th here in Pittsburgh.
On ESPN.
It was a slow start for Alexis Shelton. Some errors early, but it's really, the team has turned as she has.
And she tried to go with that cut shot, didn't get it. Tried to go long, didn't get it. But then she started heating up, Kelsey.
And that's what this Sooners team needs. You know, we are officially at 11 kills for Alexis Shelton, and that means she has continued her streak of 10+ kills in every single match this season. I really think she's going to be a huge part of what this team, you know, what this set's going to look like. Can we get Alexis Shelton with another set with 5 kills? If so, then I think that puts the Sooners team in a good chance.
All right, Amanda, you're UTEP right now. How do you kind of let that one go and move on to the 4th set?
They really didn't play bad in that third set, or yeah, excuse me, the third set. You can see they're still hitting at a really great percentage. They're leading and blocking. I think their block was a little bit off there in the third. We didn't see it as dominant as we did in the first 2 sets, so I think they could step up with that. But it really wasn't a bad set for them. It was more just about what Oklahoma was finally able to do and get in a little bit of a rhythm. So as long as UTEP can disrupt that rhythm, then I think they have a really good chance here in the 4th.
I'm with you on that, and I think Oklahoma, as a team that's very block heavy, having to play in these long rallies, they felt a little uncomfortable at first, but all of a sudden in that third set, they kind of settled in.
Kalia Kohler, sophomore from Utah, gets the 4th set underway. Good save by Chamberlain. Battle at the net, UTEP rather. Will try to defend Shelton and do.
Amanda, it was absolutely genius. Okay, the UTEP side gets all out of system, gets out of whack, and they send a really quick ball to Chamberlain so she can't run the offense. Then all of a sudden, Kimoha has to take that second ball, and then, you know, it makes it a lot harder because, you know, now it's easier to defend for UTEP.
Kyla Weaver. Geisberger just sends that one over. And a little slide attack blocked by Oklahoma. Right side hit by Lovesey. Sent right back.
My, oh my. Take a look at this.
I mean, her shoulders are over the net.
Straight, that was literally straight down.
1-1 here in set number 4. And point. Alexis Shelton now with 12.
And that's what you don't want to see if you're UTEP, is Alexis Shelton really getting into this match.
Great dig by Martin. And the ball hit wide, so it still will be UTEP point.
Oh, what a great up by the middle. You love to see a middle getting a good dig. Oh, great play. Just couldn't get the finish there. Look at this. I mean, come on. She's 6'2". You know how hard it is to get down that low?
And the split.
2-2. Geisberger. It's her 7th. You see a little bit more, I don't know if it's worry on the UTEP face.
I think so.
Oh, what a play to put that shot over by Weaver. I mean, the last inch of extension, she was able to send that over.
These middles, both Danica Washington and Kaya Weaver, have both adjusted really well. It's for some sets that are a little high, a little low, and that's not easy.
But how about the one-handed set from Kalia Kohler on that?
Shelton lines up. It's 4-3 Sooners.
If you're UTEP, there's got to be a little sigh of relief that you're watching Shelton go back to the service line.
Well, you probably don't want to see her from the back either. And winding up. And may have gone out of bounds. Lovesey,
I think
though.
that was out. Ugh.
Yeah, how do you, in the heat of the moment, you're trying to make a play.
I don't know, man. I do believe, though, you have to play if it's close. If you're not 100% sure, you should play it.
And you could see Coach Ben Wallace just kind of look and shake his head, knowing that she gave all-out effort, but they're getting aced. So 2 rough plays in a row there for Lovesey.
Now 6-3 Oklahoma. So 6 aces. 2 by Shelton. And hit wide by UTEP. And it's 7-3, and we've got an early timeout by the Miners. Oklahoma off to a hot start here in the 4th after winning the 3rd to keep this match alive.
Store closes in 5. We just need to grab a few more gifts.
Jackpot. That's the one.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
JJ, what? Hey, I made my family disappear.
JJ!
Sorry, guys.
Until it was.
There is no player for Oklahoma wearing the number 13. You might hear it yelled out, though, because it is very significant for the Sooners.
As this is the 13th time that they've made the NCAA tournament, so that was their goal, as simple as that. Every time out, they said 13. Everything is about 13 because they want it to be in this moment right now.
Shelton to serve a 4-point early lead. As UTEP tries to get it back, Washington blocked. From the back, Alexis Shelton.
Do not let her get hot. It will be a problem. Oh, this could be trouble for UTEP.
And they haven't done that a lot, go to the back row with Shelton, but they might do it now after that one.
And a service error, but still.
She's so bouncy.
5-0 run from Oklahoma. So now you're UTEP. You got the quick 2-0 lead. Oklahoma comes back. They've got an early lead on you. How do you get it back in your direction?
I think you got to pass and stay in system. You want to keep your middles involved and then hit the pin second and do that right there. Serve really tough.
And that's what UTEP is known for, serving tough. We talked about the ace to error ratio. If it's at 1-1, then Coach Ben Willis is okay with it, but they need to really put the pressure on Oklahoma.
4 aces. Make it 5.
Maddie Gant having herself a day serving.
So I shouldn't have asked that question. It should have said a couple of aces will get you right back in this. And great serving by Gant. You'll take 2 aces and an error.
Absolutely.
But then
Kimoha to serve for Oklahoma.
For UTEP, can you side out quickly, or if you're Oklahoma, can you use that to your advantage?
Did UTEP get any momentum? And middle kill by Martin. Lydia Martin said Shelton, but Martin also starting to come alive as this match is wearing on.
Martin, I feel like, quietly now in double-digit kills with 10.
And Washington able to put that away for UTEP.
Alyssa Cianez is money from service reception. I mean, just so consistent, and Coach Wallace spoke so highly of her, but seeing it up close and personal, man, she is good. Just such a calm platform, letting that ball bounce towards target.
And great save by Chamberlain. Ball is hit long. Still UTEP point. It's 10-8.
And I think I almost been taking her for granted because we haven't been saying her name a lot, but it's just because she's been playing so smooth that everything just kind of flows from her, and it helps this UTEP offense.
You almost just expect it.
Exactly.
Near ace, but a free ball for UTEP. And again in the middle is Donica Washington.
That's what happens when you send over free balls. You can get a quick ball right into the middle, be able to run a nice, fast offense that makes all the pressure on Oklahoma's defense. It's really hard to defend that as a one-on-one block or the defense behind it.
Utah's middles with 8 kills each. And blocked back down. Still an opportunity here for the Sooners. And off the tip, it finds the court. Oklahoma keeps the lead at 11-9.
Amazing coverage there by Oklahoma, and that's what you have to do, those little moments where, okay, we get blocked, but we're right there. And that was actually the shoulder of Kimoha that kept that one alive.
And long. It's one thing we haven't seen in this entire match is a challenge.
Not yet. And I thought that
that's what made me
Ben
think
Wallace
of it. Yeah.
might want to do it, but then one of his assistants said, no, we saw that one.
And again, it's Camille Gibson for Oklahoma. Gibson with 8 kills. Go with 3 blocks. How hard is it to teach? You guys both teach. To just say, hey, do this. Because I'm sure everybody wants to do a fancy serve, top spin serve. But look at how well this works.
That's normally where you start, is on the ground. You know, you're not learning this sport whenever you're, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, whenever you start with the jump serve. You're learning by just standing on the ground, toss, step, drive. And then you go from there. And then eventually, yes, you can work up. But when you're doing it so well, you know, ride it out.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Cianez serve for UTEP down 3. Geisberger just long. Thinking maybe this would be the time we would see a challenge, but it doesn't look like Erin Mansfield's heading towards a card. Cianez. You know what? If Chamberlain could do it, Cianez can do it, and it's 13-12.
It's all about placement. So you're trying to get it in the seams of the passers. And if you have that float when it's going between the two, then no one's going to make the decision.
Chance for UTEP to tie it. Battle at the net. Oklahoma's got another chance.
Heads.
Hope you don't mind me diving behind you publicly.
Coming right at us there.
I will make sure it doesn't hit you, Jeff.
Thank you. I appreciate
On
that.
those plays for Oklahoma, Peyton Chamberlain is setting Kari Geisberger way too tight to the net. She's not letting her use her 6'7" frame to her advantage. Everything is so tight that she has to tip it over.
And this is a must-win set for Oklahoma. They lost the first two, won the third, and a block by the Sooners. Lydia Martin.
And that's why she has 1,000 kills and 500 blocks in her career.
Just great lineup there. Good vision to think, all right, now you've seen it a couple times now that you're in the fourth set. Kaya Weaver likes to run that kind of three ball. That's going to be more towards the left side of the court for UTEP.
And Oklahoma able to put that away. I think it was Shelton. It's an easy play, and it's 16-12 and a timeout by UTEP. So this reminds me of some of the first couple of sets where even when UTEP started coming back, Oklahoma had an answer. Just like UTEP had an answer in the first couple, they're not allowing extended runs for the Miners to get back or at least even take a lead here in this set.
Yeah, they might let them come back a few points here and there, but then they're stepping on the gas and really going for a few points in a row. That extends that lead a little bit, and then it gives UTEP a few to get back, but Oklahoma on a 3-0 scoring run has really been able to elevate themselves.
Yeah, and I think a big part of this game that I think, often goes kind of untalked about is, no matter how big all these players are, you've got a girl who's 6'7", you've got a bunch that are 6'2". At the end of the day, when you can run a good offense, that always starts with a pass. It starts with serving and passing, and that's what allows these numbers, like especially Lydia Martin's. Her touches only come off of good passes. She, unfortunately, being a middle, cannot get the ball when the pass is 15 feet off the net or at the sideline. So that efficiency really comes by passing. And I really feel like this is such a great match to display. Hey, when you're serving really tough, you're going to win. And when you're passing well, good things are going to happen. But when those things aren't clicking, you're seeing the opposite side of it.
Oklahoma hitting 250 here in the fourth set to negative 062 for UTEP. There's Lydia Martin's family. Imagine they've traveled a few times and made it here to Pittsburgh. And they hope to see a second matchup tomorrow at 7 against the winner of Pitt Moorhead State. And what looked to be a mistake by UTEP ends up being what could be a key point here for the Miners.
And I was looking directly across the court at Erin Mansfield, and he just let out a little scream there because he knew that his team had that point.
But sometimes it's just about, you got to just play scrappy.
See if UTEP can go on a little run. Not the way Lydia Martin's playing right now.
She can't be stopped. She's hitting at almost an 800 clip.
And another good pass, helping them run a nice offense, allowing Peyton Chamberlain to kind of serve as that quarterback for this team.
Ireland McNeese.
It's a back row, yep.
So an error by UTEP, and it's a 5-point lead. And that's starting to get later into this fourth set.
That there was the one disadvantage when you're running that 6-2 offense. Your setter cannot jump up above the height of the net to try to set the ball.
A little slide work from Lovesey.
And that's a net violation on Lovesey.
So she got the kill, but then finished her swing and went into the net.
McNeese, 6-point lead for Oklahoma. Chance here for the Sooners. And Geisberger puts it away. Kari Geisberger. And Oklahoma's up 7.
And this is what we expected to see all night from Kari Geisberger. The beautiful shot right
through the seam.
The seam of that block.
And Oklahoma is rolling right now. Shelton with the block.
Coach Mansfield talked about how Alexis Shelton stepped up her game in every facet this year, not just offensively, but on the block, on serve receive, on serving. And I mean, when she's gotten up there today, that ball is not getting through. It is going straight down.
When we talked to Coach Wallace, he said that they play nasty with aggression. But for Oklahoma, they play loose and happy, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Geisberger, great dig. UTEP able to keep it alive. Set. Perry, the first swing.
And
bring in a freshman with the first swing of the game.
Trying to mix in a number of different players who haven't seen any playing time, and it's just not, it's not paying off right now.
Ogud Kamaden is in for UTEP as well. And an error there by Oklahoma, but what a run. 6-0 by the Sooners. And in firm control here in the fourth. Lauren Perry, Texas native. With an ace.
Nice serve, and she's seeing her first action in this set, I believe. I mean, this is someone who is a Conference USA all-freshman team. So she's gotten some good looks this year. She's gotten some good touches, but just, you know, in this match, this is the first time we're really getting a good look at her in this fourth set.
Trying to find that combination. And another kill from the middle. It's 22-16.
And you wonder if you're coach Aaron Mansfield for Oklahoma, how long do you let UTEP go on this run if it continues?
Not long at all. Getting a timeout here.
22-17, still a big lead for Oklahoma, but UTEP, you know, trying to find a way to stay alive here in the fourth, or if nothing else, maybe build some momentum for an ultimate fifth set.
And that's what they're looking for, just 1 point at a time. You're looking to just kind of crawl your way back. Unfortunately, you can't, you can only score 1 point at a time. So you've got to take it each point. If you're serving, you're looking to play really good defense. And if you're on serve receive, you're looking for a spark offensively.
And Oklahoma just has to get back to what they've been doing through the third and fourth sets, which is passing well. That's what's been their bread and butter. Because they run that 5-1 system, you need to get the ball in a good position for Peyton Chamberlain to be able to utilize all the hitters that she has at her disposal. When they're not passing well and Peyton Chamberlain is running all over, that's why we saw UTEP win those first 2 sets.
Yeah, and I think, too, for UTEP, I think Kalia Kohler is doing a really good job right now running this offense and making sure that she's keeping Kaya Weaver involved, Danica Washington involved. I mean, some of these balls, they're 12 feet off the net, and she's still finding a way to keep the middle engaged and involved, which is really, really hard to do.
You know, we saw some miscommunication early from Oklahoma. Peyton Chamberlain now with 42 assists, and she has really helped get them back in system in the way they want to play.
And Coach Mansfield spoke so highly of her and just in how great she was, and that she is the best setter he has ever coached. And like, this is how he wants his team to play: loose, fun, dancing, enjoying themselves.
A little dirty dancing after a dab. And a perfect set. But Utah able to dig it. And the hit attempt now sent back over by UTEP. 5-point Oklahoma lead. Right side kill blocked. And a point for the Miners. Great job keeping that point alive. Oguta Mahan just came into this match. A couple of nice plays there.
Great anticipation from Kaya Weaver. Good setup by Juskovic, being able to put that away.
22-18. And UTEP unable to put that free opportunity away and off the net by Alexis Shelton, and Oklahoma gets it back.
Man, if you're Kaya Weaver, you really want that overpass back. She had every chance to put it on the ground, and you would be looking at this score being 22-19, but she wasn't able to finish it, and Oklahoma kept the point alive.
Sydney Thompson. And off the tip, point for UTEP. Juskovic. UTEP still alive here in the fourth, although it's still a steep hill to climb. Lana Loretta. Has 8 aces on the season. Sooners Shelton. And now it's set point for Oklahoma. Leah Wilton-LeBoy will come in to serve. So we are on the verge of being tied. So Oklahoma has fought back after losing the first 2 sets. Chamberlain sets in the middle long. UTEP still alive.
And I think there you almost saw it was Leah Wilton-LeBoy go. She thought she might have had the ace because she was a little bit late getting back to play defense and kind of was caught a little bit off guard trying to get that ball up.
Admiring her serve, if you will.
Slightly.
We've seen Maddie Gant serve very well here today.
If you want a server at the line, today it's Maddie Gant.
And an ace for Maddie Gant.
That's 6. That's 6 for her. I mean, what a day. I mean, talk about painting the line.
Going for the line in that situation.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow,
and
right
it just
there.
dove off to the right. Oh, gorgeous.
Still set point for Oklahoma. But a chance here for UTEP. And a kill for Camille Gibson. And Oklahoma takes the last 2 sets. Wow, we have seen this one turn.
And we're going to 5. We thought that Oklahoma didn't have anything left after those first 2 sets, but somehow they found a way, and really it was help from Alexis Shelton.
16 kills in this match to go with 6 digs. We head to the 5th in the first round in Pittsburgh.
She's hitting at a 786 clip right now, which is unheard of.
Yeah, and I definitely think, her getting these touches, you have to credit the Sooners' passing has improved tremendously from the first set to now, which is allowing her to get a lot of these touches. I mean, she also has 3 blocks, and let's not forget, she also has 4 digs, okay? Middles have digs too, okay? It is not just reserved.
Too.
It is not just reserved for the defensive specialist.
The back line. Lydia Martin will tell you that.
45 assists for Peyton Chamberlain. Keoma has 3 for all of their assists.
But UTEP, they haven't really been in this spot before. You can see here, 22-0 when leading 2-0 this season. They led 2-0 today. Can they keep their undefeated streak after they're up 2-0 alive?
That's crazy.
And a crazy challenge with the way Oklahoma's playing.
But also almost has to be like a shock. Like, now what do we do that we are in this position? We have never lost when we've gone up 2-0. Like, how are you going to respond in this fifth set? How are you going to, those first 8 points before the switch are going to be huge.
Taking a look at the lineups. Yeah, UTEP's got to get something going its way.
But right now it's tough. Oklahoma, when we talked to Coach Aaron Mansfield, he told us that we're big on the fact that you don't have to choose between having fun and working hard. And they've sure been working hard in sets 3 and 4, and we've also seen them having fun. So they are really in their element right now.
UTEP to serve as we start the fifth set, first round here of the NCAA tournament in Pittsburgh. And Geisberger with the kill, Jeff Hathorn with Amanda Sile, Kelsey Bonk, and our outstanding crew. And we have seen almost 2 different matches.
That's why you play best of 5, Jeff.
And an ace for Martin.
And that's really big.
She hadn't checked that off yet.
This fifth set only goes to 15 points. So for you to get a 2-0 lead, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you only go to 15, win by 2, it's a huge advantage.
How does UTEP get going? And not there. Shelton's able to put it away. It's 3-0.
And you're seeing kind of this shift where, I do still think UTEP is passing very well, but now they're just having a little bit more trouble with the size of this Oklahoma block.
From the back row, it's blocked. Alexis Shelton with 4 blocks and a 4-0 lead for the Sooners. So Oklahoma here in the fifth set, off to a fast start, looking to advance. It is the first round of the NCAA tournament at the University of Pittsburgh.
Until it was.
Look at Alexis Shelton, athlete right here. We get a freeze here. Look where she's at. First of all, her shoulders are over the net. She's almost touching the top of the antenna. And then just the form on the block is gorgeous, not allowing for any room at all for that ball to come over.
And watch her press over. That's the big thing. You need to press over onto your opponent's side to get that ball to go down, and she just takes it to a whole other level.
Looking to get something going. Chamberlain with the dig and the fist pump. And a middle kill, and UTEP gets on the board here in the fifth. Kyla Weaver.
And that's what you needed, just one. Just get one, get yourself on the scoreboard, and see if you can get a few more before a side out.
Was Tahia. Great set to Geisberger, and quickly it goes back to Oklahoma.
And great cut too. Just again using that size and just cutting right across, hitting that seam in between the 1 zone and the 2 zone on the left side of the floor for UTEP.
But good news for UTEP that you need to take advantage of. Kari Geisberger goes to the bench right now. So she went her rotations and now she's out. So if you want to win this match, you need to take advantage now.
And they do, right where she was. And a kill by Jusk Kokovic.
Great jump set there too by Kalia Kohler, getting that ball all the way out to the pin, and then all of a sudden you have 2 feet of space to work with to take that ball down towards the line.
Shelton goes up, she's blocked. Gonna try Shelton again. She'll tip it this time, and two players going at the same ball. And a point for Oklahoma.
So tough because Kalia Kohler was all over that, but then Landry Brazil comes in because she thinks, oh, I don't want my setter to touch that first ball, but then they collide and the ball falls.
6-2 Oklahoma lead. Wilton LeBoy. And UTEP able to dig that opportunity. Can they take advantage? Wilton LeBoy. And a tip dug by Wilton LeBoy. And the hit finds floor from Camille Gibson.
You're seeing good defense on both sides of the ball there, so then it just comes about who is going to put a ball away. Great roll shot there. Really didn't give that away early, kept her elbow high. But then Camille just, again, coming outside, that transition, even from a triple block.
And setting the middle has been a good decision. Tyler Weaver, or excuse me, Danica Washington in the middle. That's 9 kills, 7-3.
But a big point, can UTEP get on a roll before Oklahoma hits 8? Because then they flip sides, so can they get on a run? And if you want to go on a run, it's going to start with number 20.
Served by Gant. All the way from the back is Alexis Shelton, and it's in.
Great decision there by Peyton Chamberlain. She was working towards the sideline anyways, but keeping that a little bit lower, kind of more like a bick, which is going to be like a back row quick, not super high, and then just letting Alexis Shelton go to work down that line.
Wow, right on the edge of that line for Alexis Shelton. And now you see how loose that Oklahoma is playing, and that's not good news if you're UTEP. But it just takes one. We saw them get 1 point, and they got a little bit of momentum. But can you get one and then continue on, as now Oklahoma is 7 points away from taking this 5th and decisive set.
Kimoa to serve. It's 8-3, 2 sets all. Oklahoma in the lead. And able to take advantage of it. A couple of net opportunities from both sides, but that time it's Danica Washington with the kill.
And not really the prettiest play from either team, but somehow the ball kept alive there. I think that went off the foot of Cianez.
Emma Juskovic. 9-4 Oklahoma.
That's a tough one to miss. That's a tough one.
With Oklahoma's stud server and stud in a lot of other ways, Peyton Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the dig. It's interesting watching Chamberlain because she's celebrate midpoint.
Yes, I mean, she was so proud of that dig. Just let out a huge scream and then just watch, you know, hey, Kimoa will get the ball up to the outside and then, you know, we'll put it away from there.
Oklahoma in the middle. It's Martin blocked, and a point, a critical point for UTEP to cut the lead into 10-5.
Huge solo block there from Danica Washington up against Lydia Martin, who's really been unstoppable here in the second half of this match. A big moment, so can UTEP capitalize on that? 6
blocks to go with 9 kills for Washington. But Lydia Martin.
That's a get back.
And there was no block against Lydia Martin. She could have hit that ball wherever she wanted too. That was definitely a big misstep by UTEP.
And I think a big reason for that is when Alexis Shelton is up front, there's so much attention being shown to her. Okay, we see Alexis Shelton up there. I got to make sure I'm ready to go. And then all of a sudden, you're leaving your man in the middle wide open.
And sets middle, blocks and network. Shelton.
Wow.
It's any place, any position, any situation, Shelton can just lift up and make a difference.
And this was an out-of-system play. This ball was set up. You'll see there, Peyton Chamberlain touches the first ball, and then this goes up off of Kimaha, and then just throw it up as high as you want because Alexis Shelton is going to put it down.
Yeah, and that's just over the block. The block is not really playing a huge factor there, and that means you can basically work with the entire floor and take your pick of where you want to hit it, and she just went straight down. I mean, it was straight kind of in that 3 zone with where she was at, that she hit it straight forward. Absolutely insane comparison, and it was weird. It's not seeing her pop off right from the beginning. You kind of just expected it, but really has come alive since the 3rd set.
How much of what we've seen is maybe Oklahoma not making those mistakes they made in the first couple of sets?
It has a lot to do with that, Jeff, when you look at what they've been able to do, because you see that Alexis Shelton has those 14 kills through the past 3.5 sets, and that's because, or 2.5 sets, excuse me, that's because they've gotten better passing, because then UTEP, the block has to stay honest, so they can't cheat one way or another. When the Oklahoma passing wasn't doing well, then they were able to key on Alexis Shelton, and that's when she was trying too hard. But then once they're getting good passes, you don't know where the ball's going to go, so now they spread it out to Lydia Martin, and now you have Alexis Shelton. And oh, by the way, you have a 6'7" Kari Geisberger to deal with as well in the front row, who are all in the front row right now.
Sooners hitting .533 here in the 5th set, and a 7-point lead. And the serve. Again. And an error, net ball by Oklahoma. It's 12-6.
It's really do or die time for UTEP right now. You have Kohler, who's a great server at the line. Can she go on a run? Because you're going to be to 2 points away from Oklahoma taking this set.
Oh, great recognition by Chamberlain to see that open spot in the back.
I mean, Peyton Chamberlain, I mean, talk about heads-up play. I mean, she made that first save, jump set with one hand, giving Geisberger a chance there. And then I absolutely love this, understanding that everyone's in for coverage. That means the back of the floor is going to be open. That is an incredibly high IQ play.
And Lydia Martin wasn't even on the ground, so her middle's on the ground. She just needs to get the ball over.
And point for UTEP. Bustahia. It's 13-7. And UTEP has fought this entire match. Came in as underdogs, took the first couple of sets, and then Oklahoma settled in. They've been in control. Bustahia to serve. Alexis Shelton makes it match point.
And she just makes it look so easy. That was such a high ball that the block had every chance to get set up, and they did. But because she's so athletic, she was able to completely go over top of it.
Still alive after the Kyla Weaver
Nice pass there by Pusahia, who is actually playing 6 rotations for the first time in this match, in this 5th set here, trying to keep UTEP alive.
And Pfiffner is back for the first time since the first couple of sets. UTEP trying to stay alive. And it's a slide, but a block. Is that Lauren Perry, I believe, on the block?
The solo block at that. Wow.
It's 14-9. And that'll do it. Oklahoma battles all the way back from 2 sets down to win the first round match here in Pittsburgh.
And all the credit to UTEP. They can hang their heads very high on the fact that they battled. They were up 2-0 against the 8 seed in this tournament. And also Oklahoma, just knowing that they needed to play their game, and that's exactly what they did in the second half of this match.
Great match by UTEP, but oh my gosh, Oklahoma pulling off the reverse sweep in the first time under Coach Mansfield here in the tournament in their first